Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to look at my 94 Mustang and talk about front subframe rot and where it happens and why it happens. Kind of give you a visual on this. So this is my 94 Mustang, currently in the process of doing a K-member swap in the front, and I've actually had this car for 17 years this month, and it's actually an extremely solid car overall. Like, the fender lips rear, there's nothing there. Let's see, we got some light down here. Hold on, let me grab a light. Like, you can see on the door seams everywhere in here, there is zero rust anywhere. It was always my understanding, it's a pretty solid car. It's been a good car for me. Then I start working on the front subframe, and I find something else. So here's inside the. Let me check the view here. Make sure you guys can see what I'd like you to look at. Yeah, you can see it there. I'll watch on my phone. Alright, so here's the front subframe. This K-member underneath. And they're not here right now, but as you probably know, there's bolt goes there, bolt goes there. That holds the front K-member to the front subframe. So right now I've got I'll put some pictures at the end so you can see what it looked like inside, but there's supposed to be some spacers inside that when I tried to clamp down the K-member to the subframe, the whole thing just started collapsing. So what I did is I cut off the top of the front subframe. And you can, now this is, I've been in there with a needle scaler and a shop vac and cleaned out a ton of rot. Like I said, I'll put pictures at the end. You can see how awful and nasty this looked. It was unbelievable. It's still pretty nasty, but as you can see, this cavity in here, there's no way for water or dirt to drain. It's that hole in the bottom, I punched that out. That's 2 layers thick in the bottom, and the way it is from the factory, the inside layer doesn't have a hole in it, so it creates a, you can see in here, there's a wall on either end, wall on both sides. And the 2 holes on the outside, what you're looking at, that's for the bolts. The water's not going to drain out of there, so there's nowhere for water to go, and dirt. It was unbelievable. You kind of see on the let's look on the ground here. That's only a small fraction of everything that I extracted out of this. Most of it's in my shop vac. Give you a reference. I'm going to get well, this is for the other side, but it'll work for representation. Show you. So that's the piece that I cut off the top, and you can see in the 2 outside. I need another hand for this. I have 3 hands. That hole and that hole, those are for the bolts, but this middle hole there, there's nothing there. It's open, so anything that's under the wheel wells, water, road gravel, dirt, all that goes through that hole and collects inside. We talked about this cavity up here, and sits in there and rots it. And while I'm making the video anyway, I'll show you what the spacers look like. The spacers are, well, here's a couple of them. That gives you an idea what those spacers looked like. And originally those sat, give me a second, let me put down the camera. Alright. Those spacers would sit in there something like that over the holes. And that's what supports the clamping load of the bolts that hold the K-member to the car. Of course, when they look like that guy right there, they collapse. They're not going to support a lot of load. So anyway, that's why Fox chassis Mustangs at least rot out in the front subframe. That's where they are. I already got some new spacers I cut out on the lathe. I'm going to put some POR 15 in there, and got some big fat washers to the top and bottom, and weld it back together, and we'll see how it works. Alright, I guess one last look, and I think that's about all I got. Alright, thanks for looking. Hope you don't have to deal with this too, but well, you do what you gotta do.